Well, soon property owners will know what route the proposed 70-mile transmission line will take.
PSEG is set to make the long-awaited announcement very soon. But as Fox 45's Jessica Babb is showing us, some local leaders say they still have critical questions that have yet to be answered. She joins us live with more on some of those concerns. Jessica?
Mackenzie, Kai, Baltimore County Executive and the Carroll County Commissioners recently signed on to a letter to Governor Wes Moore, essentially asking for his help to get answers from the developers and organizations behind this proposed transmission line, essentially saying the information they've gotten so far isn't good enough. With the path the Maryland Piedmont Reliability Project is expected to take set to be announced,
it's anxious.
Opposition against the proposed 70-mile transmission line is only ramping up.
I don't understand why we can't utilize existing right-of-ways. And I think I know the answer. The answer is profit.
Tuesday night, every member of the Baltimore County Council decided to support a resolution stating their stance against the project.
We welcome the council's action last night in terms of amplifying the concerns we've raised.
Those concerns from Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski first raised in this July letter, asking for answers about the need for the transmission line, the route, the use of eminent domain, and if there's alternatives like running the line underground. About a month ago, we talked with Olszewski.
We are demanding that they be answered.
That was then, but now it's like deja vu.
To date, there are still, as I said, many outstanding questions.
While PSEG, the developer of the line, and PJM, the regional transmission organization, say this is critical to meet growing electric needs like the electrification of business and transportation, especially with power plants going off the grid. They say if a line isn't built by 2027, there will be rolling brownouts and blackouts.
We're still looking for data projections about the use of data centers or what's driving the supposed demand and where that use is actually coming from. We haven't gotten full clarity on that.
Which is why Olszewski and the Carroll County Commissioners signed on to this letter to Governor Wes Moore. With the aggressive project timeline, they're asking for Governor Wes Moore's swift intervention in working with the regional electric grid operator, PJM, to address and amplify their unanswered questions.
I'd like to see him slow this down and give us some more local control on where the route is.
Both Carroll County Commissioner Kenneth Kyler and Olszewski say they've had conversations with the governor's office.
Governor Moore has been open and, very responsive to understanding there are concerns about this, and so we hope that the Public Service Commission and their administration is joining us in sounding the alarm on these issues.
A statement from Governor Moore's office says he's committed to ensuring the reliability of Maryland's critical infrastructure while also protecting the interests of Maryland. While the governor hasn't taken a strong stance on the project, this new statement says he shares concerns about the lack of community involvement in the Maryland Piedmont Reliability Project, as well as the lack of state involvement in the decision-making process that led to the project's selection by PJM and its proposed routes in Maryland.
We feel like the state is probably the only one right now that can slow it down.
And while it's not clear if the governor will step in, PSEG says they continue to communicate with elected officials in the 3 counties.
We haven't gotten an answer about taking eminent domain off the table entirely, or if we have, it's unsatisfactory because it's still being discussed.
PSEG also says they've talked with the county executive's office about alternatives like underground transmission, saying underground transmission would cost 10 to 15 times more than that of an overhead line and would have big impacts to the community during construction. Since they say an underground line can take 5 years to construct, it wouldn't meet PJM's deadline of having it up and running by June 2027. But Olszewski says they're not satisfied.
It's premature to be releasing routes or even submitting an application, frankly, until those questions are answered.
And PSEG is expecting to submit their application with the state commission, who will give this the final approval or not by the end of this year. And it is important to note that while Governor Wes Moore is communicating with counties, in a previous statement, he has said that it is important for Maryland to cultivate a data center economy, and also says he will continue working with others across the state to plan for a more reliable grid in Maryland's future. Live in Baltimore, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.